Hello, beautiful friends. This is Erica with Crystal Rose Insights. Here to do a reading for the collective Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energies, where they're at right now, how they are relating to each other, what's going on in their inner worlds, how are they feeling, what are they thinking, as well as what they want the other one to know and understand about where they're at in their journey. So this is going to be obviously a general reading, and so not everything will resonate, and if it doesn't resonate, it's clearly not the messages for you. It's just intended for other people that are watching. And but it is my intention that everybody who watches my videos will, no matter when it is, how they got here, if they're hearing a message that sounds like I'm speaking directly to you, that's how Spirit brings you the messages. That's how the universe works. That is how they bring you signs and synchronicities. You know, and it's funny, I get so many comments from people who will watch a video from a year ago that I did, and they're like, that's exactly where I'm at right now. So don't worry about when you watch it, how you got here. If something's pulling you here to the messages, there's a reason. So, and that's you listening to your intuition. So before I get started, I have a couple quick announcements and a little housekeeping stuff. I just posted a brand new episode yesterday of a series that I'm going to be doing here on this channel, really expanding the work beyond, as I already have been, but in a much bigger way, beyond simply soulmate, relationship, twin flame, love videos. There's a whole host of things I'm going to be bringing here to this channel. So don't worry, we'll still be doing these things. There's just going to be additional things that I'm going to be adding to the channel. So just keep an eye out for that. But I did a session yesterday that was a premiere episode of how to heal with consciousness. Not only emotional and spiritual healing, but physical healing. I've partnered with one of my dear soul family, Amanda, and we are going to be coming on and trying to do these about once a week, and really to help people understand the themes of the week, what's coming up in our healing sessions, what's coming up in the collective energies. It's all connected. So if you haven't seen that and are interested in understanding how you can actually heal physical things using consciousness and awareness, go check that out. And okay, I have to say, okay, so that's one of my, that's one of the announcements, but I'm laughing because last night was the full moon in Taurus, and I had a situation happen that I'm going to tell you a little story, and I don't normally tell stories, but it's just too relevant to what's going on right now that I'm laughing as I'm just remembering what happened. So last night's full moon in Taurus, I was putting out all of my crystals that I have because to charge in the moonlight. Full moon energy is a beautiful time to get your gemstones out, to get them re-energized, cleared, everything. And, you know, I've got a ton of these things in my house. I swear I wish I had a retractable roof on my house because it would make it a lot easier. I mean, I'm bringing these things out to a part of the house where the moon can come in the windows just because I don't want to bring them outside. But that is something you can do. But I did post a photo of some of my crystals that I was putting near the window to be in the moonlight last night over on Instagram. So if you want to check it out over on Instagram, it's Crystal Rose Insights. But the photo is relevant because it's going to give you a visual for what happened in the story. So here I am, you know, putting together, I put a bunch of the crystals out. I have other places in the house where there's other windows where I put other my huge stones that I have. I mean, I've got some massive clusters. But this one was just the one that was near the window here. And I was going to sleep, and I was adjusting the window blinds to look outside to be able to see the moon with my own eyes and to feel the light on me. And I was adjusting the blinds, and the way that the moon was, is it was not quite, it was really high up in the sky, so it wasn't quite visible if I looked out the window. It was just barely visible. So I'm, you know, leaning down, I'm I'm like leaning down, contorting myself, trying to peek up through the blinds and see the actual moon. And right to the right of me was my bench I had put out all my crystals on. And I'm looking at the moon, and the next thing I know, I start falling backwards. Like I slipped. I was kind of leaning against my bed to be able to actually contort my body to be able to see the full moon. And I slipped off just the corner of my bed, and I fell backwards, no joke, onto that entire bench of crystals, including my massive amethyst. Guys, this amethyst is like 18 inches tall. It's huge. I've had it for years. And I had this one here, and I had all these here. But I crash on my back on this, and it was like this loud, I mean, everything like fell to the ground. This huge amethyst dropped. I go, oh, well, there goes that one. That's going to break. And first of all, it hurt it hurt so badly. And I'm sitting there like, I can't believe I just did that. So I thought about that last night and again this morning. I was really reflecting on it, and I was laughing because even last night as I was putting arnica on, I was putting this herbal spray that helps with bruising and healing, and I was putting lavender oil on because I got some cuts. Like because these things are sharp. I mean, crystals are sharp. We love you, but you're sharp. So I'm sitting there like, oh, this is a bad one. And I realized, I was like, there's got to be some significance to this. There always is. You know, this stuff doesn't happen by accident. So I'm sitting there, and I realized, and I joked with my daughter this morning on the way to school. I said, oh, the crystals needed to I have shards of crystals underneath my skin, like little tiny pieces of the amethyst are lodged in my back, kind of right at my lower back, basically the sacrum area. And it's right in the middle. And the crazy thing is none of the crystals broke. I looked around, and I'm expecting, of course I didn't have my glasses on, so I'm looking around like, oh my God, are all these pieces broken? I have all these favorite crystals I have. Did I ruin these? And no joke, none of them were broken. I don't know how that happened. I mean, it was a loud crash. My daughter in the other room was trying to fall asleep. She's like, Mom, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Ow, but I'm fine. And I realized that these crystals, not only being in they needed to physically, like, I swear, had to get some piece of the crystal in my skin. And so, of course, I, like, cleaned it, but I swear, I feel like there's a little tiny piece somewhere in there. Okay, why am I saying this? So, I knew that there's a reason why I got an injury on my back. And also, it's a good thing I didn't break my back and break the crystals. None of this was broken. Yeah, I'm bruised and hurt, but I could have been a heck of a lot worse. I mean, literally imagine just falling on go look at Instagram if you don't have, like, the image is crazy. So I was talking to my daughter about that this morning, and I said, there's a meaning here. And then I was chatting with Laura from Be a Good Soul and the Happiness Coach. Many of you guys watch her stuff. We were chatting this morning, and she said, I told her what happened, but I didn't tell her what I interpreted it to mean. But I just said, yeah, I bet you there's something significant about what happened. And then she started channeling some information, what she was getting around it. And it was exactly what I had talked to my daughter about. So she and I were both getting the same thing, that there's something that the crystals need. It was like a moving forward, a healing, like a spontaneous healing that had to happen in that way. So then guys, I highly recommend this book if you don't have it. Louise Hay, Heal Your Body. She talks about all the different physical parts of the body and different ailments, and the spiritual and meaning and lessons and the affirmations relating to each of them. So I was laughing. I'm like, oh, I want to see what it says around the sacrum or the tailbone or whatever. So, yeah, highly recommend this book. I've used this book for probably, since I've been doing my energy healing sessions with my clients, more than a decade, 12 years now. But look at what it says for sacrum. The affirmation is, I am the power and authority in my life. I release the past and claim my good now. And I started laughing when I read that, because that's exactly what the full moon is about. The full moon is about releasing, letting go of things, releasing the past. We've been purging a lot of things from the past. We've been purging old, deep, deep, deep emotions with, you know, Venus in retrograde in Scorpio. There's now 4 planets in Scorpio. If you guys aren't feeling some intense emotions right now, stuff that maybe you never knew you felt or you haven't felt forever, this is why. But it's about releasing the past and claiming your good. You are the power and authority in your life. And this is all that we talk about in this journey, is coming into your power as an advanced soul, as an aligned being. So it's, I had to share that, and I normally don't tell long stories before my readings, but so if you're new to my channel, I normally just kind of quickly get going on the reading. Today was an exception, but I guarantee you guys, get this book. They used to have an app. I've used the app on my phone forever. And somehow the app is now missing. I don't know where it's gone. I have a friend who actually, her company, her and her husband's company are the ones that make all the apps for Hay House. So I'm going to actually contact her and ask what the heck's happening. Because I use that app and it's gone. It's nowhere. It's not even in the App Store. So hopefully that's just a glitch and it will get fixed. So, all right. In honor of the amethyst, clearly the stone of the healer, the stone of the crown chakra. This is the stone for today's reading, is this amethyst. Granted, I always have these guys around. And you'll see I've mixed them up a little bit from where they usually were. But okay. That's my longest intro ever. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of a chuckle about my clumsiness. But it wasn't, and I was standing in between the moon and the crystals. It's almost like the crystals are like, hey, get out of the way. We need that light. Anyway, I tell ya. Yeah, I'm just laughing. All right, let's see here for the Divine Masculine. We're going to get going here. Oh, and that was the other thing. See, this is the longest intro ever. I have been getting the Divine Masculines commenting and talking and speaking up. So Divine Feminines, they are waking up. They are here. They are seeking understanding. They are seeking knowledge. They're wanting you to understand their piece in this journey. So if you think that you're divine, because usually this channel has been pretty much all Divine Feminines, at least those of you that have booked readings and spoken up. Actually, Divine Masculine here and there in terms of my personal clients, but it's shifting, people. It is shifting, and I want to welcome those Divine Masculines that are here watching. I'm so glad that you guys are here, and that hopefully you will get some messages, some support, because it's not an easy, you know, a lot of Divine Masculines have challenges with this process because, you know, a lot of Divine and again, it's gender neutral, but a lot of male Divine Masculines don't know who to talk to about this stuff. You know, they're conditioned to be the man, the masculine. They don't talk about emotions and that kind of stuff very much in general. Obviously, there's many exceptions, but I'm glad you're here, and I hope that these readings will support you. So let's see which segment. Okay, now I'm going to get started. I want to see what segment, what's going on with the Divine Masculines that I'm tuning into right now in the collective. What's happening? 8 of Pentacles. All right, that's too many. Thank you. 9 of Cups, nice. All right, and one more. This one wants to come out. Wow, all right. So what I'm getting from this is like a progression of the energies. Recent past is, the Divine Masculines have been really hard at work, and I believe this came out in the last reading I posted last week, but hard at work. 8 of Pentacles, really learning a new skill, honing skills. Some of the masculines have been very focused on their work, their careers, getting their finances in order, but a lot of the other, and it also can indicate that the Divine Masculines are hard at work at learning new things. This is the energy of the apprentice. So this is about, you know what, I am curious about something new and I want to learn all I can about it. So this is why a lot of the divine masculines are starting to awaken to this and they're literally reaching out. They're finding videos on YouTube, and thank goodness, because this is really a place where a lot of people start to feel this understanding. But they're definitely they're wanting to learn all they can about a subject, aka what the heck is happening right now, okay? And because of this, they're discovering and learning new things. They are feeling this Nine of Cups energy right now, this wish fulfillment, things aligning, things being destined, wishes coming true. It's like, you know, for you divine feminines that are watching this, it's that moment that you had the realization of what the heck is happening, what the significance is, why this has been happening, why you've been going through what you've been going through, why you've been feeling what you've been feeling, why you feel like this is unlike anything that you've ever experienced. So they're having this awakening right now. Oh, my notes fell. Sorry about that. For the noise, I'm going to move this over here. So they're feeling like, whoa, their eyes are wide open. It's like, you know, when you see a little child, you have a little surprise for them and they figure it out and their eyes light up and their face lights up. That's what I'm seeing for the divine masculines that I'm tuning into here. So it's a really beautiful time for them, this awakening. And I swear this Venus retrograde has caused them to go into the deep and to really come to this understanding. Because what's coming here is this Knight of Wands. This is about taking action. This is about going forward with passion, with gusto. It is a spiritual energy, so it's like they're moving forward with their spiritual truth and they're wanting to take action. Because the Knight of Wands is a man of action. Now, this doesn't mean that they're going to come forward right away. It's just the energy of they're wanting to take action. They're intending to take action. There's some definitely a forward movement here. It could be an acceleration. Because I'm getting the image of just something all of a sudden, sometimes when something catches, it just takes off. That's absolutely possible. You know, the divine masculines, I've been getting this message a lot. They are, it's not going to take them as long as it took the divine feminine to really, really awaken. Because the divine feminine you always hear this, holding the space energetically. She's a little, she's kind of aligned in the higher dimensions. And it's pulling him along faster. So, wow, okay. That's a great way to start. Let's see where the divine feminines are right now. Let's see where they're at in the progression of the energies. But, okay, I can't wait to see what's coming in the rest of the reading. And guys, I'm going to be doing an extended reading over on Vimeo after this, which is all about, going to be a lot more in depth. So if this is resonating for you and you feel like going over there, it's going to be almost like you're getting a private reading for a fraction of the price. So just giving you the heads up that if this is really sounding like it's for you, I'll be doing an extended reading a lot on the union energies, the relationship energies, guidance, advice, etc. So let's see where the divine feminines are at. Ten of Wands. Okay, that is 3 cards here. I'm going to put them over here because that's an additional message. But let's get, thank you. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love this. 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and 1 more. Okay. So, in the recent past here, you divine feminines have felt overwhelmed. You felt like you've been carrying the burden of this whole process and this journey. And some of you may have been just really worn out and tired. You feel like you've been working too hard. You feel like this is all on me. And, you know, as we know, and as we were saying, divine masculines have been doing so much work just because you haven't seen it or had a window into what they've been doing. That doesn't even matter but where you've been at it is you've been feeling as though all the burden is on you to kind of hold out the knowing that this is, that the union is coming. So you've been in this energy of overwhelm, but it's a 10, so it's ending, it's over, it's coming to an end. And then the current energy is the 10 of Pentacles. It's like you've come from this place of feeling like overwhelm, and suddenly there's just this knowing that something has changed and something is close, okay? Because the 10 of Pentacles here in the present energy is just the fulfillment, or the manifestation of the higher dimensional union, which is already here, and grounding it into the physical plane. So many of you guys are in the process of like, you're knowing that your divine masculine is bringing it down and into the physical plane, because he's been at the 8. So here's the 8, here's a 9, and you're at a 10. So he's not too far behind you energetically, which is really, really interesting. And then what's coming here is the High Priestess. This is the knowing, the spiritual truth, the book of knowledge that you may, this is the divine feminine embodied in spiritual form, the High Priestess. She knows everything. She may not let it all show outwardly, but she has this inner knowing. She has all of those lifetimes of wisdom. She knows all of the spiritual truths. She is the High Priestess. So she is the embodiment of divine feminine energy, in an embodiment of divine feminine energy. There's several within the tarot, but an embodiment of divine feminine energy. And then let's see what's here. All right. And those of you guys, like, I am not textbook with my cards. Sometimes I read reversals, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I take all the cards that come out, sometimes I don't. Spirit guides me, and it's not always the same, okay? And I do this intuitively. The cards are just a tool, and they will guide. So the first card actually that was on the top was the Strength. This is the energy of spiritual strength, having exhibited strength. This can be the energy of Beauty and the Beast, right? It's like this beautiful feminine is waiting for this masculine to kind of calm his fears. She is holding the space. This is the fears and the primal instincts coming up with the Strength card. And Seven of Cups has many interpretations, but what I'm feeling from this right now is it's the energy of... because the Seven of Cups can be an energy of where you're self-sabotaging. It is pattern of self-sabotage, or where have I done this in the past? And then there's the Sun. So this is what's developing in the spiritual strength of Divine Feminine right now, is that she's feeling the strength, she's feeling good, but she's still like needing to make sure she holds the High Priestess energy and grounds and is in the 10 of Pentacles and not in the overwhelm. So she's currently, there's something coming through around, sorry. That is so fascinating. That message, pause it for a second. That was a message for someone specific who's watching this. That is not for the collective, okay? Because this is the Seven of Cups. It's not the Seven of Swords. And that's really wild that all of a sudden I was feeling the Seven of Swords energy in relation to this. So there was a specific message that was coming through, maybe just for one person. So the last little bit where I've been giving this, if that didn't apply to you, don't worry about it. Because here's really for the collective what's coming through. Divine Feminine is looking and saying, what do I want out of my life? The spiritual strength I've developed, she knows she's High Priestess. She knows she has all this magical power. So she's come into this place where she is really deciding, what do I want? What do I want emotionally, physically? Like, what are the things that I want in my life? And I'm going to prioritize the things that I want in my life. And part of this process, too, is ending in the Sun, okay? So whatever is challenging you right now, Divine Feminine, if there's some fears coming up, because there's, again, with Venus retrograde, it's still happening. The deep fears that you're like, oh, I haven't felt this for 20 years. Or I haven't felt this since whatever. This is about you really getting clear on how you want to live emotionally in your life, which is free of those fears, having the spiritual strength of the High Priestess. That's what's coming. So this is kind of where you're at. This is what's coming. And then once you get here, here's the Sun. Okay. I'm going to put these back in the deck because I'm going to pull more cards for each. But lots of messages coming through today. So much for like a really short reading. This is probably going to be kind of a long one. Okay. Let's see. Let's see where the Divine Masculine is currently thinking about his Divine Feminine consciously. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Two just flipped out. The Emperor and the Magician. Yeah. He knows he's aligned now. He knows he's the Emperor. He is going to take charge. He is going to be this leader. He knows he's manifested this. He knows he's a magician as a powerful being, you know. And what's interesting is High Priestess and Magician come right after, like she comes right after him in the tarot. So it's like this is the Divine Masculine, higher self, spiritual embodied, and this is the High Priestess, and then here he is in the physical. Because the Empress is the Divine Feminine embodied in more of the physical, in the human side of the Divine Feminine, if that makes sense. So it's so interesting. So he's here in the human side and in the spiritual side. He's aligned. He knows. He definitely knows. Wow. Okay. Let's see where he is in his heart space. How's he feeling towards his Divine Feminine right now? And if they're not going to give me one, then I'm going to just pull one. Thank you. There's the Queen of Wands. So he's definitely feeling really confident in his heart space. He's aligned with taking action. He is ready to kind of spread his wings and fly in his heart space, which means his heart is soaring. I'm getting given the image of the Angel Tarot version of the Queen of Fire, where it's about spreading your wings and flying. Like there's something about moving up, like just like expansion, action, nurture, like confidence. So he's definitely feeling really confident in his heart space. And his heart knows it's moving forward, because here it's interesting. Here's his energy, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands comes right after that. So his heart is leading. His heart energy is leading the process here for divine. His heart is, I'm getting the image of like his heart is kind of pulling him. It's almost like extending out from his chest, and he's being pulled along. He's not being dragged along. There's a difference. But he's being pulled along, and it's like he's kind of, I'm getting the image of him sort of hypnotized. Like, oh, this force is pulling me forward, and it comes from here. It comes from the heart space. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see where the Divine Feminine is right now. What is she consciously thinking about her Divine Masculine? And guys, I'm being brought back to how I was interpreting the Seven of Cups as the Seven of Swords energy, because that is another example of how when I do my readings, I am channeling the guidance and not what's on the card. So that's why that was a perfect example of that, where I'm going and going and there's a storyline coming through, and it literally could just be for one person, probably for a few people, but it could just be for one person. And that's when I like, and then they brought me to look at the fact that it was a Seven of Cups. So again, perfect example, because I guarantee you there's some people watching going, that's not the Seven of Swords, that's the Seven of Cups. But I'm just, again, this is why I'm just telling you, this is how I channel. Everything I'm getting is coming from my guides. So not that I have to explain it, but I like to explain it for the people to gain a greater understanding of how intuition works and how this whole process works so that you can apply it in your life. Okay, let's see where she is consciously. Two of Cups, wanting partnership. Aww, she loves him. But no, I mean, again, consciously really wanting this partnership. Here's this 10 of Pentacles in the current energy. She's thinking about her divine masculine, her counterpart. She's got partnership on the brain. And she's, you know, whether this is, again, whether you identify with the twin flame concept or you believe you're a twin flame, or if you just, again, not everyone that thinks they're a twin flame is a twin flame. However, the lessons of the twin flame journey apply to everybody. So whether it's soulmate or like this person, she's got partnership on her brain. Let's see what she's feeling in her heart towards him right now. Two of Pentacles, yep. So she could still be in a place of feeling like she's kind of juggling or kind of being in between worlds, or like kind of teetering a little bit. Because this is the remnants of this 10 of Wands energy overwhelm. A lot of divine feminines have been feeling like, do I, you know, what do I do? Like, I did a video because a lot of people are on the fence. Do I stay? Do I walk away? In the heart, you may still be feeling this. You might still be unsure. But it's interesting that we're getting two partnerships. So you're very much potentially in this place of feeling like you're 1 foot in the old and 1 foot into the new. So 1 foot in separation and 1 foot in coming into union. So you could be straddling that fence here, divine feminine. But again, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 2s and 2s. We're getting 2s and 10s here completely for you, divine feminine. And the High Priestess is a 2 in the Tarot. She's the 2 card, the 2 of the major arcana. So partnership and completion, endings, beginnings, new cycles, moving into the next phase. Big time for divine feminine. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to pull some cards now and messages into what both of the counterparts want the other one to know. Okay, I'm going to pull, what does the divine masculine really, that's in this, if this is resonating, what does this divine masculine wish his divine feminine understood about where he's at? And what does she want him to understand about where she's at? So we're going to get a few cards going here to see what is coming through. First we'll start with divine masculines. What is it that you really wish that your divine feminine understood or knew about where you're at, your journey? What is it that you really wish that maybe you can't say to her, or you just want her to understand about where you're at? Partnership, guys. I mean, all right. You want this partnership. He trusts this partnership. He is like, he sees, look at this. I just love this. They're so playful and they're so ethereal and they're so brilliant, light, and it's just, the energy coming from this is so strong. So he wants you to know that he is very much wanting this partnership. He sees this partnership. He, like I said, he knows. He knows, and here it is, just another card. I don't really have to say much there, right? Okay, I'm going to get... I did this yesterday. Or I did it a couple days ago where I just channeled from several different... I was just like, what is the message that... that this person wants this other person to know, and I just pulled from random decks, and it came out so beautifully. So if you want one of those readings, guys, book it with me and specify, but it was literally just, what does he wish to say to you or want you to understand about where he's at or where she's at? So that's available, but I kind of, Spirit led me to do it in a certain way that day, and it just was magical. So I haven't done it here, but I'm doing a little glimpse of it here. So let's see where else he's at, what he wants her to know. Align your life. So he is in the process of aligning his life and letting go of the things that aren't in alignment with him. So this is where he's really going deep and seeing where his life hasn't been aligned with his purpose, with his mission, with his calling, what pieces have had to fall away, whether those be relationships, friendships, even work scenarios, career things. Like there's definitely been, he's waking up to who he truly is, and he's getting rid of the stuff that doesn't align with that. He's which is why he's learning here. He's learning here, and his wishes are coming true because he knows by getting rid of the things that aren't aligning, that's going to make room for more that does align and the new blessings coming. The wish is coming true of that Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups. Okay, so now I'm going to get a couple more here. Oh, I know where I'm going to go. I swear to God, I need to get more shelves in here because I have so many decks that I can hardly reach some of them because they're all tucked behind because I don't have space. So many decks. My daughter's like, Mom, do you really need more decks? And I go, yeah, they've all got different energies and different ways that they bring forth the messages. So let's get another message about where Divine Masculine is. What he wishes his Divine Feminine knows about where he... My words today, I tell you. Sometimes my words don't match up with what's coming through. It's like my mouth is behind or something. All right, let's see where he is. Oh my gosh, Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge. Yep. He is, look at this. He is healing. He is aligning. He is awakening. The Rainbow Bridge is about going into a brand new world. This is about him clearing, purifying all of his energy centers. He is moving into the higher dimensions, and he's in the process of this. So, wow. Divine Masculine. There you are. I love it. And this is like a rapid ascension. Like I was telling you before, and what was coming through before was that energy of, hey, it's not... when both like the Divine Feminine, I got the image of like this tension. She's leading the way, but she's like breaking through. She finally gets there. And now that she's up there, it's like, boing, he can come up right away. It's almost like, you know, the example of Roger Bannister breaking the 4-minute mile. It had never been done before. People have been trying forever and ever and ever and ever. And then finally when he did it, everyone started doing it because they knew it was possible. It's that same energy. That's pretty wild. And let's see what else he wants her to know. From the Whispers of Love deck. Okay. All right. Well, there's 3. I'll just take them. I don't even know what they are. Except for the top one. I can see that one, but... Okay, so we're getting actions speak loudly, turn on your heart light, and express your love through gifts. So what I'm feeling from this is that he may not be telling you things, but he's going to show you through his actions that this is how he's expressing his love. Is that I can't tell you exactly, but I'm going to show you, or I will be showing you. And just because I'm not saying something doesn't mean I don't feel it or know it. It just means I may just be expressing through that. Because he's also saying that turn on your heart light. He's in the process of turning on his heart light here because he has seen yours, Divine Feminine. He wants you to turn on your heart light, which is that beacon that will allow him to come find you. You've already had it lit, and he's saying, please keep it on. And then this is about the small things, doing small things to show that you love somebody. So he could be trying to show you in small little ways that there may not be big grand gestures, but they might be little tiny things that mean so much to him and to you. So remember, keep an open mind, Divine Feminine. Open up to the small little things that maybe would have seemed like nothing, but now with a heightened sensitivity, it will be more than you think. Okay. Let's see what the Divine Feminine wants her Divine Masculine to understand about where she's at. What does she want to say? gosh, this is nuts. These same two cards came out in another reading I just did, which is the same thing. So right now, what I'm feeling from this here is that she's really in a place where she is integrating her shadow side. She is accepting and coming into the wholeness, because the Polarity card, the energy I feel from that is, you know what? We have our light and we have our shadow. We have both, and I'm really integrated in owning it. There can be no light without the dark, and understanding the law of polarity. In that she's accepting the sides of herself that maybe she held hidden, or she didn't want you to see, or she was ashamed of, or not coming to. And guys, this self-forgiveness piece, this is coming to the self-forgiveness piece. Amanda and I discussed in yesterday's video on healing, is the integration, the forgiveness. So the Divine Feminine is currently really, really, really coming into the center with that. So that's a beautiful place to be, because like I had been saying in other recent readings for you guys, just that, sorry, I think that the maintenance person is coming to fix something in my kitchen downstairs, and it's distracting me. Okay. Partnership and polarity. So he sees this, he wants this, he's in the energy of the partnership, and she's in the energy of partnership with herself, really integrating that. Because she's also going to help him do the same. Okay, let's get another message for what Divine Feminine wants Divine Masculine to know. We're getting trusting the niggle. This is a card about really continuing to trust the intuition. What is that little thing that keeps kind of coming up? It's like that little whisper, psst, like right in your ear. What about this? What about this? What in your life, Divine Feminine, have you been ignoring? It's been trying to speak to you and you've not been hearing it, or you've not been choosing to listen to it. You've kind of ignored it, and it keeps coming at you, like whispering in your ear. It's asking you to pay attention to what that is. There's something significant in that. And the niggling feeling could be that you really feel this energy really close, like closer than you've ever been to the next phase of this journey. So, okay, I love that. Let's see what else she wants him to know about where she's at. Oh, and here's the heart transmission. Turn on your heart light. Guys, I mean, look, she's transmitting from an open-hearted space, and he had said already, I want to see your heart light. Will you turn? This is magical, guys. I just have the massive chills. He just said in this reading, please turn on your heart light. And what the hell does she do right now in this reading is she's turning on her heart light. She's real-time, energetically right now, responding to what he just came through with a couple minutes ago. Guys, and like I have had waves, like I am getting such confirmation from Spirit right now that this is happening real time. He just wanted her to know this. Her higher self heard it, and now she's responding. This is nuts. It's not nuts. It's real. But it's beautiful, and it's amazing. I tell you, you know, I can't. Sometimes I just have to sit in the energy for a bit. Yeah, so this is about receiving information, giving information, guidance, being loving, you know, transmitting heart energy out to not only your divine counterpart, but to everybody. This is an energy much needed right now in humanity. Let's see one more. Let's get one more message for what you want him to know, what you wish he would know about where you're at. Okay, again, 3 cards jumped out. You guys are talkative today. All right. Choose love, demonstrate love, and how committed you are to love. Your foundation. What she's saying here is this is the time she's choosing love, and she wants him to choose love and to demonstrate love. She's also demonstrating love. Look, I mean, if she's radiating heart energy, having integrated this everything, her heart energy is more powerful. Okay, it's just, it comes out. So this is about, she's really looking at how committed she is to this. She's wanting to show you. She wants to act on it. She also is choosing love, but wants you to. So here it is, demonstrating love. And he's saying over here, he's going to take action. He's going to express his love through action. He's going to express his love through little things. And she's saying, I hear you. I can't wait for you to demonstrate this love. I can't wait to see how you do this. And I'm going to do the same. I can't wait to do this with you because I'm choosing love. I'm going to get rid of my fears, any sort of things that are coming up, and all of that. Wow. Choose love. That really is the theme. This is a card that came up on my Instagram just a few days ago for the general guidance. So, all right, there's one more card that wants to come out. I'm just going to do this. Let's see what Spirit's guidance is for both of them right now. And then if this is resonating and you feel like watching even more videos, I am going to put an extended reading over on YouTube. I'm not YouTube, Vimeo. Vimeo. Although, I don't know if you really need much more than this, just because it is so clear and lots of messages. I might not even do the Vimeo one, honestly. Okay. I'm going to see where they guide me afterwards. Look inside yourself. Let me get two more. Wow. All right. I'll read these in a second. Okay. These two just jumped. 3. There's a lot of messages. So like I said, you guys are talkative. So we're getting a sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it's truly sacred. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith. Look inside yourself. In healing, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. And then lastly, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So this is a message for those of you who have inwardly potentially been criticizing maybe your divine masculine, if you're divine feminine, because I get a lot of those comments where they're, you know, kind of criticizing him for not doing his work. He is doing his work, guys. They are awakening. The divine masculine is awakening. They're starting to really see this. And so remember, if you're still criticizing, and this isn't for everybody, but if you're still criticizing, please stop. Again, also divine masculine, if he's criticizing or you know, looking at what's wrong or what's not going right, it's only going to lead to unhappiness. That's why the divine feminine is saying choose love. We need to choose love. So we can either keep being frustrated with each other, or we can choose love and choose to see things from open-heartedness. So, all right, guys. Wow, that was a lot. I am going to do the extended on Vimeo. I promised it. I don't want to just stop and change my mind in the middle of a video like I just did. But no, I really am going to do it because I'm going to look at the union energies. So we've got a lot around both where the divine masculine and divine feminine are. So I'm going to now go into the union energies, what's happening, what are the combined energies, where things are at, and we'll get some guidance and all that. So that's going to be over on Vimeo. I'll put the link down below. If you would like a private reading, then please do, the information is down below, and would love to support you. So until next time, you guys, whew, that was a long one. I don't even know how long that was, but that felt like a really long video. Longer than my usual one. A lot of things coming through. All right, guys, I send you so much love. Bye.